Venus, a planet's journey from paradise to hell. When you look up at the sky, Venus often appears as the brightest star. It shines so brightly that it is frequently mistaken for a star. However, behind this dazzling glow lies one of the deadliest and most terrifying planets in our solar system. Venus, for many, is more than just a distant planet. It is a powerful warning due to the harsh conditions it holds. The fact that nothing can survive on its surface is not just a scientific discovery, but also a crucial lesson for our future. Today, we will delve deeper into how this planet transformed from paradise to hell and what led to this horrific outcome. If you're ready, let's dive into the details of Venus's hellish story. Venus is the second planet closest to the Sun and is quite similar in size to Earth. So much so that its physical features and dimensions initially led us to compare it with Earth. At one point, scientists thought that Venus could be a habitable planet, possibly even harboring life. Because of its proximity to the Sun and its atmosphere, it was believed that Venus could have temperatures similar to Earth. However, the history of this planet holds a much darker and tragic tale. The surface temperature of Venus is approximately 460 degrees Celsius. This temperature is so high that it could melt lead. Such extreme heat has turned Venus into almost a pit of fire. This is one of the deadliest environments in the solar system. The pressure of Venus's atmosphere is about 92 times that of Earth's atmospheric pressure. This means that if you were to step on Venus's surface, you would feel a weight similar to the pressure felt at the deepest part of the ocean. This alone highlights just how uninhabitable the planet really is. So, how did such high temperatures and intense atmospheric pressure form? The answer lies in the extreme levels of carbon dioxide in its atmosphere and the resulting greenhouse effect. Venus's atmosphere is almost entirely made up of carbon dioxide. This thick carbon dioxide layer traps some of the sunlight reaching the planet's surface and reflects it back, creating a massive greenhouse effect. Initially, it was believed that Venus had liquid water on its surface. However, due to its proximity to the Sun and rising temperatures, the water evaporated, and the vapor itself, a greenhouse gas, further accelerated the warming. This became a vicious cycle and uncontrollably increased the planet's temperatures. This process of excessive warming led to the deadly conditions we see on Venus today. There is no liquid water, no habitable environment, and the surface of the planet is inhospitable for life. Not only that, but Venus also experiences winds that can reach speeds of up to 300 kilometers per hour, making the environment even more threatening. Furthermore, its atmosphere is filled with sulfuric acid clouds. These acidic rains evaporate before reaching the surface, but they are still powerful enough to cause significant damage. The surface also has continuously active volcanoes, which intensify the dangerous environment. These volcanic activities have turned Venus into a fiery ocean. Research conducted by scientists on Venus's past supports the idea that billions of years ago, the planet might have had much more temperate and possibly habitable conditions. During this period, Venus may have had liquid water on its surface, and its atmosphere could have been similar to Earth's. If this is true, Venus might have once been a planet suitable for life, much like Earth. However, over time, the carbon dioxide levels in the planet's atmosphere increased, causing a powerful greenhouse effect that rapidly raised its temperatures. What started as temperate conditions turned into an increasingly hot and uninhabitable world due to uncontrolled climate change. This process shows how quickly Venus underwent a massive transformation and how rapidly environmental balance can deteriorate. As a result, Venus's past condition has become a concrete example of how fast and destructive climate change and the greenhouse effect can be. This also illustrates how quickly a planet can change and how crucial it is to maintain natural balance. Today, Venus is more than just a distant planet. It serves as an important warning for Earth. If we don't take care of our nature, atmosphere, and climate, one day Earth could become a hot, uninhabitable planet like Venus. Therefore, Venus is not just a scientific discovery, but also a cosmic mirror that provides us with significant lessons. Considering the catastrophe Venus experienced, we must also work to protect our atmosphere, preserve natural balance, and prevent climate change. The history and current state of Venus can help us better understand the environmental issues on Earth. NASA and the European Space Agency, ESA, are planning new missions to Venus to gain a deeper understanding of its past. Because uncovering the history of this planet is not only a scientific achievement, but also a major step towards securing our future. Understanding Venus's current state helps show us how to avoid climate change and environmental catastrophes. In conclusion, Venus, though shining like a bright star in the sky, is actually a deadly planet filled with molten lava. This planet reminds us how dangerous it can be to tamper with nature and disrupt environmental balance. Venus shows us this vital lesson. Even paradise can turn into hell if we don't take care. Until our next scientific journey, see you again. If you enjoy this type of content, don't forget to subscribe and like the video.